Hello and welcome back to Do It With Daisy. I'm Daisy. I'm a certified yoga instructor and an overall fitness enthusiast. And Waffles here is our doggy. She's here to guide and inspire us. And when we're talking about our time in the kitchen, she does that by choosing the ingredients. Waffles wanted to have a chicken dinner today, and in order to do that, we need some sweet potato and some eggs. And it looks like she's pretty excited to get started. So let's dive right in.
Whoa, do it with Daisy. Do it with Daisy.
So we are going to make some tasty sweet potato bites. And it doesn't really take a whole lot. It only requires two ingredients. It requires the sweet potato and the egg. But you can also add in some honey if you want it to be extra sweet. Or you can add in some basil or some rosemary if you want it to be a little more savory. Either way, the first thing we're gonna do is we're going to roll our sweet potato up in a wet towel, and we're gonna pop that in the microwave for 5 to 10 minutes, depending on the size of your sweet potato. All right, now our sweet potato is finished in the microwave. It's nice and tender, so I know that it's ready. We can go ahead and swap them out and put the other one in the microwave. My towel is still sopping wet, so I don't need to worry about replacing that. And then I'm gonna put this one in the microwave for 5 minutes as well now. Now we can take this one and take the peel off. So I'll just sort of pinch it at the end and pull the peel right off. You can just sort of pull that peel right off. You can see there's kind of like a bubble in between the peel and the rest of the sweet potato. And that actually helps prevent the peel from getting too hot while you're peeling it off. I don't think that's the purpose of that little air bubble thing, but that's the purpose it serves for me. Good girl. I know it smells very hot, huh? Yes, that's right, very hot. No muss, no fuss. Got that peel off. Now, as for this, we're gonna go ahead and mash this up. We can use a potato masher, we can use a spoon, we could even use a measuring cup. And this is actually one of my favorite ways to mash because you can get your hand inside there and really get really close to that potato while you're mashing it up without burning yourself. That all mashed up, and then when that other sweet potato is done in the microwave, then we're gonna mash that up in here as well. Perfect. Smash that all together. And then I'm gonna put this in the refrigerator to chill for a little bit, just because I don't want it to be steaming hot when I add the eggs, because I don't want the sweet potato to cook the eggs and then we would just end up with like a sweet potato scramble. That's not what we're going for. So I'm gonna go ahead and let this chill for a minute and I will be right back. So now the sweet potatoes have been cooled down, so it's time to add the other ingredient. First, I know that half of this is for me and half is for Waffles. So I'm gonna go ahead and divide it in half. And there is a reason for that, I promise. I'll explain it to you in just a moment. So now we've got 2 bowls of sweet mashed potatoes. This is pretty much the last time we're gonna see them in this sort of mash. And we've got 2 eggs. I'm not gonna put a single egg in each of these bowls because Waffles only needs the white. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the whites in one bowl and the yolks in the other. My hands already have egg on them, so before I wash them, I'm gonna go ahead and mix this up. Yeah, mushy mixy. Waffles is like, what is that sound? I must have it. You will, trust me, you will have this sound. It will be in your belly. I'm actually really excited because the flavor profiles for these are gonna be like on point for our species too. Waffles is going to be light and aromatic, which is exactly what she and her little puppy nose want. And mine is going to be robust and rich from this yolk, and that's exactly what I want. I like to pretend that I'm not ingesting any sugar when I eat honey because there are so many other good things about honey. It's got amino acids in it. It's got lots of little teensy amounts of vitamins, and really it's got lots of nutrients in honey. So I pretend that it's mostly nutritious and not a sugar. So yeah, let's go ahead and add some in here. I think it's just like maybe a teaspoon and a half or a tablespoon. Now, I could wash my hands at this point and then grab a spoon and have to aim, But since my hands already have egg on them, I'm gonna go ahead and use them to fill up my mold. So I'll put all of Waffles in these little dog treat molds. Hers have lots and lots of egg white in here. Like I can see and feel the texture of egg white. I feel like there's more egg white than sweet potato, if I'm being completely honest. It's probably pretty even, and there might actually be more sweet potato than egg, but that's not what it feels like in my hand. And that's fine. I pre-measured all of the ingredients, and I've measured out the egg whites before. They're always between 30 and 40 grams. So I know that she's getting the right amount of food. The moment she's been waiting for all day. I like to have her bowl on her bed when she's having snacks in the kitchen because then it doesn't slide around so much. And I just want to put some of this in each of my little daisy molds. I think they're actually supposed to be like cherry blossoms or something, but my name isn't Cherry Blossom. So I call them daisies. Waffles is really, really good at taking direction. In case you didn't notice, she does know how to grab her bowl and pull it back up on her bed, but she also is aware that I asked her to do a trick before I gave it to her, and that I put it in a specific spot that was only accessible after she did the trick. So that's why Waffles is not picking up the bowl every time that she drops it. Here's the thing, I don't want to leave any of these molds empty because I know that it can kind of damage my silicone molds. It can make it kind of burntish and not very pretty. So we'll go ahead and just even these out a little bit. Try and put a little bit more in that one. I really just want them to all be even, just evenly filled. It doesn't matter if they're filled very much as long as they're even. Beautiful. All right, there we go. Now these are ready to go in the oven. I'm going to go ahead and make sure it's preheated to 350 degrees, and then I'll go ahead and put all of these in there for about 10 minutes. They're fresh out of the oven, so they're gonna be more prone to cracking. You can see if I'm not careful, they'll crack. It's good to sort of push the edges away from the silicone. You can also just wait for it to cool down, but if you've been watching for a little while, then you'll know how patient Waffles and I are, which is not at all. So we want to try it now. Well, 2 of the petals came out. That's actually really good. That's a really good indicator that when these are cooled down, they're going to come out really smoothly and nicely and pretty. So I'm going to taste mine. Oh my gosh, that is so good. Okay, so let me give you a little bit of a backstory. I have made these lots and lots and lots of times. However, I've never separated the egg, and I was just kind of doing that out of necessity this time. So how tasty these ones are that only have yolk and no white, it's just blowing my mind. I'm so happy. All right, well, let's see if I can get one of hers to come out while it's still this hot. I'm not gonna feed it to her while it's hot. I am gonna blow it off for her. But we'll see if we can get a shape out. I mean, kind of, not really. You can see there's lots of stuff still in there. So I'm gonna wait for hers to cool some more, but that is how you make them. Let's cool this one off so that she can at least get a taste, right? Those actually smell really, really good. I'm gonna give it a little lickaroo. Yeah. Those are really, really good. They're very light, very aromatic. So if you prefer a light aromatic flavor and you're not really into really rich foods, then I would definitely do the Waffles version of this recipe with just the whites. And if you love rich foods like I do, then definitely do the one with just the yolks. Either way, I hope that you enjoyed this video and have lots of fun with us. If you did, then please make sure that you hit like and share it with your friends. And we do also have a lot more dog-friendly content. So make sure you're following us on our OnlyFans at DoItWithDaisy, and we'll see you next week for some more doggone cooking.